functional training workout. We're going to do our warm-up, some alternating lateral lunge with the tap. So make sure you have enough room. Obviously, I do here. It's a nice wide stance, exaggerated stance, and then you're going to just kind of shift your weight left to right, just a half range of motion. Remember, you're not doing a full lunge, just shifting your weight left and right. And then you're going to start to point towards the floor, and then eventually try to touch the floor, and then you're getting lower each time as you're forced to reach down. So let's just continue doing this. Try to keep your face looking forward, almost like 45-degree angle. Don't tuck your neck down. So we'll just keep this going at about this pace, nothing faster. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pivot into our lunge, half lunge rotation with a thoracic stretch. So I'm just going to use my mat here for my knee. So we're here and we have our right foot on the floor. We're going to use our left hand, planting it on the floor and reaching for the sky with the upper hand, and hold that. Bring that hand down, place that one on the floor, and switch. So your other hand is pointing straight up. Pulling it back up to our standing position, and continue doing your lateral floor taps. You should start to feel your lower body warming up here. A little bit of fatigue. 2, 1, and then we're going to go back down to the other side. So now it's your other foot that is forward, opposite hand on the floor beside the foot. Rotate and stretch, reaching for the ceiling. Switch hands. And down. Move that mat aside. Okay, lovely. Okay, now we're going to do a couple inchworms. So you decide which way you want to do it. Have your feet a little wider than normal. You're going to walk yourself out into a push-up position, and then walk yourself back up, keeping your feet planted and your legs straight, stretching out those hamstrings. Here we go. And up. We'll go 2 more times. And once more. And done. Good. Okay. So that was our warm-up. So go ahead and grab one of your weights. We're going to start with the single-legged hinge or the deadlift with the 1 weight. So from the side, we're going to do opposite this time. So if your left foot is planted, you're holding the weight in your right hand, and you're just going down to the floor and back up. Down to the floor and back up. Okay, let's continue. Steady. Don't go too fast. Really focus on that left side, stabilizing everything. Once more. Okay, switching. Left hand, your right foot is planted. And here we go. One more. Done. Now set that weight aside. Back to our inchworm. Ready? Walking forward. And back. And then down. Two more. Last one. And relax. Okay, let's just take 30 seconds break there. So how about this heat? It's definitely nice and hot, that's for sure. Make sure you drink plenty of water. And if you're gonna go outside, I would say best time of day is really after 7 p.m. Try to avoid doing any high intense exercises between the hours of 1 and 4 p.m. Typically that's where you get most of the heat. Okay, now grab that one weight again. And we're gonna do the hinge, the one-legged deadlift, but we're making it more advanced. So the progression is to add an explosive hop. So here's what that looks like. So basically you go down and then you hop. So you're kicking out that leg on your way up. You're hopping on the same leg. Okay, so try a couple in a row. So you're here, down, hop. Okay, now obviously the hard part is to do it consecutively without setting your foot down. So like this. Okay, but if you have to touch your foot to the floor to reset your balance, of course you can. All right, let's continue this. Drive the knee up. So you'll notice it is quite difficult to land on that foot without losing your balance. That's the whole idea. Okay. Okay, switch sides. So like I said, it's always a challenge. I obviously struggle with it too. That's the whole idea. Other side. Okay, get used to that movement. Couple more. Done. Okay. Weight down. 15-second break. Okay, down to the floor. And you're going to need one of your weights to make sure those are accessible. Hopefully you can see me here. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to do our plank in a push-up position with the pull through. Okay, so if you don't remember this, let me give you a quick refresher. Setting the weight down on one side of your body. So on the outside of this arm, you are up in a push-up position. You're going to slide that weight underneath you and then grab it again. So here, and and then grab it underneath like so. Okay, let's continue. Pull, set it down, pull with the other side. Takes a lot of coordination, stability and endurance to hold this position while you do this. Keep it going. Two more. And finished. Good. Couple breaths. Great. Okay. Set that weight aside. Take your time getting up. Good. Okay. Now, you just need one weight again. So grab one of those hand weights. Okay, so we're gonna do our wood chops. So level 1, we're gonna do first, the easier version. So squat position, rotate down, and then follow through. Down, follow through. Okay, continue that movement using your trunk to rotate, not your shoulders. Switch sides. Last one. And done. Okay. Set that one down. Active rest. So just walking around if you can. Okay. Level 2. Same exercise, more difficult, is the lunge jumps with the wood chop. So, a bit more intense here. In a lunge position, you're going to do a hop and rotate at the same time. We've done these before. Hopefully you can progress and master this movement. Here we go. We'll try for, let's do at least 12. Okay, here we go. So down, and then hop, switch sides. Four, 3, 2, and done. Awesome. Set the weight down. Another active recovery. Just stay moving. Okay, and then we're down on the floor again. Okay, bird dogs. Keep the core working here. Here we go. Left leg back, right arm extended, and just hold it as still as you can. It's quite difficult to do these movements and move as little as possible when your heart rate is elevated. Switch sides, right leg, left arm, and hold. Focus, all about focusing here. Heart rate will steadily come back down. Switch. And switch one more time. And good. Okay, 2 recovery breaths. Okay, great. And we're back up again. Remember, when you're doing functional training, a lot of your movements require coordination and balance. And when you're doing that, it's a neuromuscular adaptation. So your brain has to be able to focus in order to do those movements. And if your heart rate is elevated, the blood flow is going through the body, and the brain is kind of not really focusing on that. It's focusing on pumping the heart and everything. So it's hard to multitask and balance and be coordinated when your heart rate is so high. So it's important to be able to master that control. That's what a lot of athletes do, is they can make important critical thinking decisions while their heart rate is going nuts. Okay, not that we're training to be professional athletes, but it really does help your overall fitness. Okay, this one's tough, but I like them, they're fun. So 2 weights, you need both. You have 2. We've done these a couple times now. So this is the half burpee to the front raise. So what you're going to do is you're going to set the weights down in front of you, hands planted, kicking your legs out, jumping back in, grabbing the weights, and raising the weights above your head, or just at least to shoulder level. Okay, so down, out, in, weights, lift, down, repeat. Okay, so there's a lot happening with this exercise, but it really is an effective one. Okay, so we're going to try for 10 all together. Ready? And here we go. Down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Halfway there. Here we go. 6. 7. 8. 9. Push through. 1 more. Up and done. Good job. Okay, walk around, active recovery. Okay, back to the floor. Kick, half kneeling, 1 foot in front, 1 behind, and we're gonna do our reach stretch. So if your left leg is in front, right arm in the air, and reach over your body, and hold it, and pull it back in, and now continue that movement. Hold for 3, 2, 1, bring back, 3, 2, 1, now keep going. Switch sides. Other arm, reach across. One more. Okay, good. Staying on the floor. No weights for this one. Okay, we're gonna do our lateral mountain climber, or you could call it a skater hops in a plank position, doesn't really matter. It's a variation of the mountain climbers. So instead of bringing the knees in and out, forwards and backwards, you move and shift your weight side to side. It'll feel awkward at first because you're not used to that direction, but it really helps in a functional training kind of environment where you need to change direction and use your muscles in a different plane of motion. So here we go. So make sure that you have enough room and you're in a push-up position. So hands are planted down. Start with one leg to the side and then tap back to the middle and then keep that going. Four, three, two, and done. Stand up slow and walk around. Nice and slow, active recovery. And just a quick water. Okay, back to the floor. Let's cool it down. Hip flexor stretch again. This time traditional. So leaning forward, arm across, turn and hold. Pull back, step forward, go down further into the stretch, and turn. And lean back a little bit too. You want to try little different things so you start to feel that pull on the other side there on the hip flexor. Okay, switch sides. 90-degree angle to start. And lean forward, arm across. Back to the middle. Adjust the foot. Lean forward more. And lean back. Okay. And cat-cow stretch. So arc the back and then sink. 3 seconds each. 1, 2, 3, and sink. 1, 2, 3, sink. Make sure when you sink down, you collapse your shoulder blades together so they kind of come together. And then release. Now they open. Sink down, collapse the shoulder blades together. And then lastly, up. And done. 2 deep breaths. Child's pose, sitting down on your heels, reaching forward, tuck your head down, and hold. Sliding back, 1 deep breath again. Down into the child's pose one last time. And back, last breath. And done. Awesome. Okay, so that's it for today. Functional training. It was a hot one. No AC in here. So I hope you had a good little workout there. Again, if you're going to get outside, make sure you have lots of water, stay hydrated, and try to avoid the hours of 1 to 4 if you are going to do any intense exercise outside, and maybe do it earlier in the morning or later in the evening. Thanks again for joining me today, and be well, everyone. Have a good rest of the week.